Welcome to SEL Chicago. We want to have a quick conversation about an easy tool where you can get started right away with building a connection with your child or children in your classroom. And the tool is connection before correction. Why would we start here? Well, it all starts with the brain. We are wired to connect. We know that we cannot influence children in a positive way until we create connection with them. And sometimes when their behaviors are so either offline or feel like they're putting themselves or us in really tough situations, we both adult and child, tend to kind of lose it. Have you ever lost it? I know I have. Our brains are actually wired to connect. And we know that as we build the relationship, there's actually nothing else that's going to help us help our children more than the quality of our relationships. But what we know about traditional discipline, and when we think about the things that we do, typically, right? Timeouts, punishments, blaming, shaming. Traditional discipline often disrupts connection. It sends our children further away from us rather than keeping them to us or bringing them to us, building closeness. And what is that child thinking when they're sitting in the naughty chair, right? Are they thinking, since you sent them there, that the next time a problem happens, they're going to run right over to you and help you solve it? Probably not. Their perception of, and their interpretation of them seated in the chair, or maybe, ignored, is not building warm feelings. And I know that it's the way that we have been taught sometimes, but it's not as effective as connecting first. Why? Why isn't it as effective? Think about behavior like an iceberg. What you see is only about 10% of what's present. While you may see a whining, disrespectful, tantruming child, what's going on beneath the surface of the water, what's going on in their brain, is totally different. Am I safe? Am I loved? Do I matter? Or I feel angry or sad or scared, and their smaller brains with a lot less life experience don't have the tools to communicate that in a way where adults can hear it. A practical tool that you can use is this idea of connection before correction. The graphic here is from the Positive Discipline Parenting Tool Cards, which are available on the iPhone App Store, and they're also available on Android. This practical tool helps our brains be ready for any feedback about something else. Connection builds the relationship, and the adult can actually model empathy without condoning the behavior. Let me give you an example. Let's say you walk into the kitchen and you see your child sitting in the next room doing whatever he or she is doing, relaxing. And in the kitchen you see dishes everywhere. You have a couple choices. One choice is to yell at them from the kitchen and demand they come in and wash their dishes. And while that may be met with compliance, it's probably not going to be met with something that builds your relationship over long term. What might be more effective is to go to them first, to put your hand on their knee, to connect with them. Hi, honey. I really love you. I noticed that you left your dishes out. What's our agreement? Let them find the consequence. Let them understand. And then you can add that with a limited choice. I understand you don't want to do that right now. Would you like to take care of your dishes in 2 minutes or 4? Both of these tools are deeply respectful, and they set the stage for agreements and finding solutions, and they build your relationship over the long term. We're excited to share more information with you. At selchicago.com, you'll find information about creating mutually respectful relationships with intention in families, in classrooms, and in organizations. We provide coaching, training, and course facilitation, and we're excited to work with you.